Hi there, let me ask you something. If you served your team the way Jesus served his disciples, would you be respected or walked all over? That's the tension a lot of Christian leaders feel in business. We're told to be bold, decisive, and strong, but also humble, servant-hearted, and Christ-like. So how do we serve like Jesus without looking weak? Today I want to show you why Jesus washing feet wasn't soft leadership and how to apply that mindset in business for real kingdom impact. If you're a founder, entrepreneur, or business leader who follows Jesus, you're not just building revenue, you're building Jesus culture. And culture is shaped far more by how you lead than what you say you believe. The problem is many Christians either lead like the world and keep faith private, or try to serve like Jesus and lose authority. But Jesus shows us the way. In John 13, 3-5, before Jesus washed the disciples' feet, John tells us something crucial. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that line matters. Jesus wasn't confused about his authority, he wasn't insecure, and he wasn't trying to be liked. It was from a place of total authority. He got up, wrapped a towel around himself, and did the lowest task in the room. Foot washing wasn't weakness, it was strength under control. And in leadership terms, Jesus didn't lose authority by serving, he redefined it. Here's where many Christian leaders go wrong. We can sometimes think serving means excusing low performance and carelessness, over-functioning so others don't have to, and confusing kindness with passivity. But Jesus didn't serve to be agreeable, he served to set the tone. Serving like Jesus isn't about lowering standards, it's about lowering yourself without lowering expectations. Luke 22:26 says, "The greatest among you should be like the youngest, and the one who rules like the one who serves." Notice what Jesus doesn't say. He doesn't say don't lead. He doesn't say don't have authority. He says lead differently. So in business terms, you still set vision, you still make decisions, you still hold people accountable. But you do it from a posture that says, I'm here to help you win, not to protect my status. And that's not weakness, that's secure leadership. So let me give you a simple framework you can actually use. There are 3 ways to serve like Jesus in business without becoming ineffective. Number 1, serve the mission, not the ego. Jesus didn't wash feet to feel humble, he washed feet to prepare his disciples for what was coming. In business, we should step into the mess when it helps mission and step out when your involvement would limit growth. Serving doesn't mean doing everything, it means doing what matters when it's most needed. Number 2, stoop low strategically, not emotionally. Jesus chose a towel, he wasn't pushed into it. And Christian leaders don't serve because they feel obliged to, they serve on purpose with sincerity and love. So ask yourself, where would my presence or example remove friction, fear, and confusion? In Matthew 10:45 it says, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve." And this verse doesn't eliminate authority, it explains how authority works in the kingdom. And in the kingdom, authority flows from trust, and trust is built through sacrifice, and sacrifice creates influence. That's why teams follow leaders who serve, not because they're soft, but because they're credible. Here's the part most leaders miss. What you do as a leader becomes permission for everyone else. When you take responsibility instead of blame, listen before reacting, and step into hard moments instead of delegating them away, you're not just serving, you're discipling through culture, and your workplace becomes a lived theology. People may never read the gospel, but they will read how you lead. Philippians 2:5-7 talks about having the same mindset as Christ Jesus. The word here is mindset. Serving like Jesus starts internally. I don't need to prove myself. My value isn't threatened by humility, and authority doesn't come from control, but calling. And when that mindset is clear, serving becomes powerful, not passive. So the real question isn't, will serving make me look weak? The real question is, am I secure enough to lead like Jesus? Because when Christian leaders serve with clarity, courage, and conviction, they don't lose influence, they multiply it. If you want more tools on building kingdom culture in business, please subscribe and check the description, or share this with a leader who's wrestling with this tension. So I'm going to leave you with this. Where might picking up the towel actually strengthen your leadership and not diminish it? Be sure to check out my other videos on the channel, and I'll see you soon.